Alright guys, this is a little different from my normal content. You know, I'm a big fisherman. You've seen all my fishing videos and podcasts that we used to run for fishing. Now I've gotten into doing other, the other hobbies that I like to pedal with. And, I've done the blade making, axe etching, axe throwing, all kinds of stuff. But now I'm gonna start doing videos, a whole series on puzzle solves, and these are like brain teasers, escape games, puzzle boxes that have secret openings, things like that. And I thought that my experience, my background, my history would serve to do me well for solving puzzles, because I was an Army explosive ordnance disposal soldier, and that was my thing, is figuring out how to bomb worked and defeating it so that the terrorists would not win. In layman's terms, I was the bomb squad guy for the Army, but we were explosive ordnance disposal soldiers. They don't like us being called technicians because it doesn't make us sound like we're in the Army. I don't really think E.O.D was in the real Army, but we can save that for another conversation. So let me know what you think about the puzzles that we're going to do, and I'm going to try doing a series. And if you like it, comment, let me know, share with your friends. I love watching puzzle videos of some other guys that are online. Chris Ramsey is probably one of my favorite, but that guy, he's got a lot of clout, he's got a lot of followers, and he's doing puzzles that I could probably never get my hands on because they're too expensive. But maybe someday, follow my dreams and we'll see what happens. Check it out. If you like it, subscribe, let me know. I thought that I would show you guys a few puzzles. I wanted to start doing puzzles, and I've been doing puzzles for quite some time. I love tinkering with things and putting things together and taking things apart and figuring things out. And I love Chris Ramsey. I love watching his videos. He does all kinds of insane puzzles that I would love to get my hands on, but unfortunately I'll never be able to afford. So I've got a few here that I can afford, and probably pretty much anybody out there can afford. And I wanted to go through solving a few on my way to maybe doing bigger, better puzzles. So we've got a few here. I've got a trick padlock, Hanayama puzzle, some of these brain teaser puzzles that you can buy just about anywhere, and I don't know, one of the old bird cage puzzles. This is just one of them, but nothing takes force. They all have a way to open them and put them back together, and I thought I'd run through it. We'll start off with the bird cage. As you can tell, the ball can't fit through the slats with the spikes on it, right? That's what keeps it in there. And it's not as simple as just popping it out the end holes. They look the same diameter. The bars look basically the same, except for that gap. That gap looks bigger than all the others. And I've got really pretty good size hands. And you can tell just from the size of my thumb that that gap is quite a bit bigger than that gap, which is, this is what's the same on all the others. So to me, that's the one that needs to be used. So how do we get this out of that bigger gap? Just going to start working peg by peg. until it's out. Put it back. And there you go. That's the bird cage puzzle. Another really fun one is keys that are locked together. You can't just pull them apart. You have to figure out how to get them apart, and you can rotate the keys all over the place, but you can't use force. So let's get these apart. Just like that. You can see the slots. They're made just for that to fit, where these are not. And that's the keys. If you like what I'm doing so far, give me a like, maybe a subscribe. If not, tell me how to do it better. Another simple brain teaser is these, just a couple pieces of cable that are, metal rod that are bent up, and you're able to, wow, that was really quick. I actually didn't even expect it to go that fast, but that's that. You just want to get those lined up in a way that they slide apart and go back together. What do you think? Pretty easy. If you like doing this kind of stuff, I say get on, somewhere like Amazon and order some of these that come in some big packs like these that are relatively cheap, and it's something that just keeps your brain engaged, and they're fun. And I'll go through most of these, if not all of these, in a later video. This one is actually one of my favorite. I love these old vintage, looks like it came off a treasure chest sort of padlock. It weighs, I don't know what, it's got to be 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. It is solid, and it's very substantial, and it looks old. It's got some, tarnish on there, so it's turning green and stuff. I love it. I think it's so cool. But it comes with these 3 keys, and as you can tell, there's no key slot, so you have to figure out how to open it. So let's see what we can figure out. You can tell that there's a seam. There's no holes of any kind, but that looks familiar. No? There we go. So that is a pretty good size square. The bottom of that was too big to fit in here, but it's not too big for that. Lefty right, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Got a hole, keyhole. But, I mean, if that just worked, why would you need the other key? Why would you need a third key? Right? So that doesn't work. There's a bolt. See the thread? And this key is threaded. It does thread right on. It just gets tight. I didn't notice anything else changing. I'm going to take this key off. Let's see if it works now. Yep. That's pretty cool. Let's log it back up. Yep. Lock back up. This thing, I put it on the front of my ammo storage desk. I guess it's like a military rifle crates, but they look like ammo crates. And I have it hanging on the front of my desk over here, but man, I just love how this thing looks. Give it a little snug, that way it's not so easy for the next person. That's my lock. Put the keys back together. That's that guy. Solved. And this is a pretty cool Hanayama. They make these little metal puzzle toys that are pretty neat, and they range from, you know, super easy to very hard as far as their standards go. This one is basically two bolts, two nuts that tighten and loosen just like you would think. And there's a prize in the middle that you're supposed to get. Tell me right now in the comments how you think you would solve this before seeing me solve it. I'll tell you right now, I have done this quite a few times and I don't remember exactly where this stuff is at. But there's parts of the nuts that are made so that the grooves in the bolts don't catch. nice. Starting to catch there. So I think that's probably the right spot on that one. This one's catching now too. Oh, gonna work crooked. Must be close. It moved. How do we get it to move more? I'm gonna take this one all the way to the front. In the right spot. This one. Crooked. See how crooked it is? That's how you know you're close. And I found the spot. There's my prize. And if you see the nuts inside, you can see there's a smooth section on both those nuts right there. Let's see if we can put it back together. almost there. There it is. Back together. But you know what y'all think? So first few puzzles, just to get the puzzle videos rolling. See you next time.